Today, we're taking a look at Amazon's cheapest inflatable hot tent. This tent is from Feather. It costs just over $200. But before you buy it, let me try it. Let you know if this inflatable hot tent is worth the money or if it's just funny. This tent's been set up for 4 days. It's gone through below freezing temperatures all the way up until 58 degrees Fahrenheit. And then down to freezing temperatures again in those last 4 days. We even got a whole bunch of rain on Friday. So we're going to go through the Spackman water torture test because Mother Nature decided to change from winter to spring again in December. And it gave us a few hours of rain. I also want to say, if this video gets 10,000 views in the first week, I will give this tent away. And this will be worldwide as long as you have PayPal. I will not ship this tent worldwide, but I will PayPal you $200 if you win and you're somewhere that I can't ship this tent. Or if you just don't want the tent and you want the $200, if you have PayPal, I'll PayPal you the money. Do not fall for any scams. I will not ask you for any money through PayPal. I will just give you PayPal money. So don't fall for any scams, and make sure I contact you. So share this video, blow it up, share this video everywhere, get this video to 10,000 views in the first week, and I will give it away. So before we get inside of this tent, it did lose some air pressure, so let's pump it up a little bit with the included pump. I'd have to say pro number one is this oversized bag. I don't think you'll have any trouble getting the tent back into this bag, which is a huge problem in my opinion with inflatable tents. The bags that they come with just aren't big enough. I mean, that's pretty much any tent, but inflatable tents have massive poles. Yeet. Now here's the included pump for this tent. It has a green spot to let you know that around 7 pounds per square inch is where you want to stop. And I did inflate this tent with this hand pump. It took 113 pumps and just under 3 minutes to inflate this tent. Not bad. Under 3 minutes, it's a pretty good time. Right here is where you inflate the tent. Behind this flap, you find 2 plugs. I think this is a pressure release valve. Now all these walls are identical. So on the opposite side, you have your 2 windows and your door. So we have 2 doors and 4 windows on these ends of the tent. On the 2 lower wall sides, we have 2 little awnings that cover these bottom windows here. We have a half circle window on either side of this tent. If we look above each door, we find an air vent. There's a lot of heat coming out of there right now, so that vent is definitely working. Let's get inside. Each door also has a mesh screen, as well as all the windows. They all have mesh windows. It is warming up in here nicely. Oh, and it looks like we got some coffee. Titanium shovel coffee spoon. This thing's awesome. Let me show you inside. So here's the stove jack here. Believe it or not, guys, the stove jack stayed dry in the water torture test. Let me know your predictions down below. Did the rest of the tent stay dry or just the stove jack? We'll find out in a little bit. So we got our stove area right here in this corner. Our table set up in this corner. Best way to start any hot tent stove right there. Totally fit another cot in here. One against this back wall, and then one against this wall here. And then you don't need to worry about covering up this door because you have another door on this side. And then we'd have enough room here for 2 chairs to sit by the fire. It is currently 68 degrees Fahrenheit in here, up at the top. And wind chill outside of 15 degrees. So what makes this the cheapest inflatable hot tent on Amazon? Well, one thing could be the material that they use. They claim it's a 300D Oxford fabric. But man, it really feels like whatever material the cheapest Walmart tents are made out of. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I don't think this is Oxford cloth. It's some kind of polyester. I don't know what Oxford cloth means, but this is definitely thinner than any inflatable hot tent I've ever used in the past. And that's one way that they cut down on price. Another way is the inflatable tubes. Even those are thinner than other hot tents that I've used in the past. Is that necessarily a bad thing? Not really. But I would be more cautious using these than my other ones. But you should be cautious using any inflatable hot tent. With a stove, obviously. Zippers all seem fine to me. They are nice and smooth and they work great. They are really smooth zippers. It's getting wicked hot in here. And it's pretty darn cold outside. A tent this big, no matter how big your stove is, it's going to get hot. I think the floor is made out of the same exact material as the walls as well. And I did have some condensation come up through the floor. That was without a stove in here, so with the stove, you might not have that moisture on the floor. But during my water torture test, I did notice some water come up through the floor. Coffee time. Cheers. If you guys are interested, Fire Maple's teapots are top notch. Leave a link in the description. Swivel chairs, you can't go wrong either. Swivel chairs are freaking awesome. Anyways, back to the tent. I bought this tent myself. Check out my affiliate links to help out the channel. I have to say, guys, inflatable hot tents are freaking awesome. Just inflatable tents in general. They are very easy to set up. They are very easy to take down. If you get an automatic pump for this, an automatic inflator, it's effortless. You set it up, you set the PSI, and it goes. It sets your tent up for you. You unplug it, it brings it down for you. Then all you gotta do is fold it up and stick it in the bag. Inflatable tents have really become one of my favorite tents to use. They're so easy to set up and wicked easy to take down. The biggest con about them is they take up a lot of room when you're storing them. They're rather big when you roll them up and stick them in the bag. So for some reason, like I mentioned, Mother Nature decided to get rid of the freezing cold and come in with 55-degree weather 2 days ago, which brought some downpours. So I set this tent up and let it go in the rain, and here's how it did. Cheers. All right, it rained for about 3 hours. Pretty darn wet on the outside. But did it stay dry on the inside? I don't think I see anything on the floor. Oh, wait a minute. That is condensation coming through. That is not, though. I don't think so. That's condensation coming through. All right. I think it leaked right up here. There's a whole lot of condensation coming through the floor. That is not condensation. That looks like it's from this seam here. Are those snow fleas? They are. How'd they get in here? They are everywhere. How'd they get in? I thought I zipped everything up good. I mean, did they really come through this little hole right there? No way. This corner has a lot of moisture. Oh, wow. That's a lot. Shimmer, shut it. That's a lot of water coming down through here from this seam here. There's more coming from up here. Looks like that's starting over here. Oh yeah, this is soaked. This door seam right here, that is soaked. This is soaked here too. I don't think the stove jack leaked. I mean, that's a plus. That's a plus, but the rest of the tent kind of leaked a lot. Even this tube here. Oh, coming up from here. Again. Up from this one. This whole tube is wet. Can you see that? Oh yeah, there you go. Now you can see it. That whole tube is wet. Ooh. There's more right there. Feather. Shimmer, shut it. Feather. That's a lot of rain in here. That's that seam there. Okay, so almost every single seam ended up leaking. But it's a $215 inflatable hot tent, guys. I totally think you can seal this up. A few cans of tent spray, I think you'd be good to go. Take it out when you're not expecting a whole lot of moisture in the air, I think you'd be good to go. You have a hot tent stove in here if it's snowing, keeping the minimum amount of snow on it off of it because of the hot tent stove, I think you even might be good to go. Throw a cheap tarp over top of this, cut a hole for the stove jack, I think you're good to go. So do I think this hot tent is worth the money or is it just funny? Or is it downright dangerous, guys? Because getting wet and freezing temperatures could be dangerous. For $200, you have a great starting point for an inflatable hot tent. You might have to seal it up or cover it with a tarp or use it when it's not going to snow or rain. If you guys are looking to get into inflatable hot tenting, this might be a great starting point. Let me know what you guys think of this tent in the comments down below. And again, blow this video up. Get me 10,000 views in the first week, and I'll give this tent away, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Merry Christmas to you all, because Christmas is in 3 days. See you guys next week. I know it leaked, but it's a great starting point. So blow this video up. Share it everywhere.